Brandon, the obvious question, but just how impressed were you with John today?
That was one of his better performances that I've seen him here in a year plus. I thought he had 4 pitches working. Thought he was aggressive in the strike zone. Just that one homer on kind of a backup slider was his only mistake of the day. But just a great job of pitching. I thought we pitched well all series. We had 4 excellent starts. Really happy with how our bullpen guys threw. So very encouraged on how we're pitching. But John was dominating today, and that was awesome to watch.
Rich, you're up next. You can go ahead.
Hey, Brandon, you've never seen him strike out a lot of times. How surprising, or was it to you to see him strike out so many?
Well, when he's got the other pitches going, he's got the good changeup, and today two different breaking balls. He's going to punch more people out just because they can't sit on either the elevated fastball or the changeup. Last year there was a lot of foul balls, a lot of fastballs, elevated foul balls, kind of run his pitch count up a little bit. But he really located his fastball well and then mixed well to get the punch outs. To just not be able to sit on 1 or 2 pitches, but 4 pitches that he was throwing for strikes. And then you got his fastball by a lot of guys at the belt.
Dan Connolly, you're up. Go ahead, Dan.
And he set tied a Orioles record with 7 consecutive strikeouts, and he was a few short, maybe 3 short of tying the record for most of the game by an Oriole. Does any of that stuff? Do you guys talk about any of that stuff in the dugout? I know you guys don't talk like no hitters and things, but I mean, do you guys are paying attention to how many strikeouts he's kind of logging there?
I think we're noticing that he's punching a lot of people out. I didn't have the stats until I came in my office here, until Jimmy told me. So there's some ballparks where they post Ks and post more pitching statistics in game stuff, and I think that and you notice it more. But today I just didn't. I knew he punched out a lot. I didn't know how many though.
WG Ramirez, you're up. You can go ahead.
Yeah, Brandon, just curious. Obviously, the last game of the season in Camden, winding it down here, even though there's no fans. How important is it still to approach a game like today, averting a 5-game sweep, and just and go out there as if it was going to be a packed stadium? Is it still part of it to keep their mental side of it fresh and exuberant and going out there like business as usual?
Yeah, I mean, it's still a Major League Baseball game. We're well aware of that, and I think our starting pitcher really sets the tone. And we played close games. All 5 of these games were close games. We were on the losing end of 4 of them. I thought that we pitched very, very well, but today we just had enough offense. But I think our guys do approach these games like a regular game with fans in the stands. Obviously, it's a lot different. The environment's a lot different, and we're looking forward to those days when there's fans back out there for sure from an energy level standpoint. But I think for the most part, our guys have done a pretty good job all year of bringing their own energy. I think that as we're winding down here, it's important for us to continue to help each other out a little bit, because it is it's quiet stadiums, and the more offense you get, the more there is more energy, and we're kind of struggling with the bats right now too. So we really have to try to generate our own energy in the clubhouse and in the dugout.
John Muley, you're up. Go ahead.
Brandon, I saw Jose Iglesias got here at some point. Did you get any additional information on what's going on?
Yeah, he is. All his tests, everything came out negative. So he's just sore, and we're hoping that he'll be able to play in a few days. But that's just really he's still day to day. The wrist is sore, and we'll see how he is after the off day.
Joe,
what kind of test?
He had an X-ray and I think it's a CT, but I should clarify.
Brandon, he might be flying a little under the radar, but Dylan Tate was really good again today.
Yeah, he was.
What's the difference this year? I mean, we haven't really spoken about him that much.
Yeah, I mean, he is. He's pitching. He's pitched very, very well. Dylan Tate's stuff has really ticked up from last year. It's 94 to 97, heavy sink with a slider and a changeup. Feel comfortable throwing him against righties and lefties. because of his pitch mix, but I like the aggressiveness in the strike zone. And he's a power sinker. And, the fastball's got a little bit more velo and a little more life on it this year, which adding to a little bit more depth in the sinker as well. It's a really tough at bat for opposing hitters, just because it's a kind of a funky delivery with a lot of movement on his pitches. And just really happy with his progression from last year and how he's throwing a lot more strikes.